the spike. Superman punch.
The silence of a hospital hallway, the steady beep of monitors, and Roman Reigns lying in recovery. This was the image that shook the WWE Universe after Clash in Paris. Brutally ambushed by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed of the Vision, the tribal chief looked more vulnerable than ever. But just when it seemed darkness surrounded him, Jacob Fatu appeared. More than family, his presence was a message. The bloodline stands united, and revenge is on the horizon. As WrestlePalooza 2025 approaches, this hospital moment could be the spark that reshapes the championship landscape. The silence of the hospital hallway. The scene was haunting in its simplicity. A sterile hospital hallway, fluorescent lights buzzing faintly overhead, monitors echoing with rhythmic beeps, and the hush of uncertainty hanging thick in the air. After a brutal clash in Paris where Roman Reigns was mercilessly attacked by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed of the Vision, the tribal chief was stretchered out, his body battered, and his aura of invincibility momentarily broken. It wasn't just the physical damage that weighed on fans. It was the image of a dominant champion reduced to fragility, lying in recovery, far from the roar of the WWE Universe. Jacob Fatu's entrance into that silence stepped Jacob Fatu. His presence was more than family visiting a wounded cousin. It was symbolic. Jacob's footsteps down that hallway weren't casual. They echoed with legacy, loyalty, and a message of warning. Known as the Samoan werewolf, Fatu brought with him an unmistakable energy, a mixture of genuine concern for Roman and a signal to the WWE locker room. The bloodline never stands alone. If Roman is vulnerable, Jacob's arrival suggests the family bond is ready to close ranks, and his presence at Roman's bedside sent chills through fans watching clips spread online. The attack in Paris. To understand why this hospital moment matters, we need to revisit Paris. Roman Reigns had just earned another hard-fought victory, cementing his position at the top of the mountain. But celebration turned into chaos when the Vision struck. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed unleashed a savage attack that left Roman writhing in pain, ultimately carried out on a stretcher. WWE cleverly used this kayfabe injury to write Roman off television, but the brutality of the beatdown made fans question how much was real. The image of Roman being loaded into an ambulance underscored both his human vulnerability and the ruthlessness of the Vision's rise. The shadow of WrestlePalooza 2025. The timing of Roman's injury was no accident. With WrestlePalooza scheduled for September 20th, 2025, WWE needed a dramatic hook to elevate the event beyond standard match cards. Roman's absence created a vacuum. The Vision grew bolder, asserting their dominance, while fans longed for their tribal chief's return. By weaving Jacob Fatu into the storyline at this pivotal moment, WWE positioned him as the X Factor, the blood relative who could either shield Roman from further damage or help him unleash retribution on the biggest stage of the year. Jacob Fatu's rising role for casual fans. Unfamiliar with Jacob Fatu, his arrival might feel sudden. But for those who have followed his career through MLW and the independent scene, this was long overdue. Fatu combines the raw intensity of his Anoa'i lineage with explosive athleticism, capable of devastating power moves and surprising agility. His aura bridges the monstrous with the sympathetic, a rare balance in wrestling. WWE's decision to keep him off-screen until now wasn't neglect, but strategy. By saving his alignment with Roman for a moment of genuine need, his presence now feels monumental rather than routine. Family legacy in WWE. The Anoa'i family's impact on professional wrestling is legendary. From Yokozuna to Rikishi, from the Usos to Roman Reigns himself, the bloodline has produced generation after generation of iconic talent. WWE has always known how to leverage this family legacy for emotional storytelling. Jacob Fatu, joining forces with Roman Reigns, continues this tradition, reinforcing the idea that wrestling isn't just about wins and losses. It's about heritage, loyalty, and blood ties that go deeper than storylines. Fans don't just see wrestlers, they see cousins, brothers, fathers, and sons stepping into the ring carrying history on their backs. Roman's vulnerability and redemption. The hospital visit also carried a powerful psychological weight. Roman Reigns has long been portrayed as untouchable, the dominant tribal chief who crushes challengers with authority. But the Paris ambush shattered that aura, reminding fans of the physical toll wrestling exacts. Seeing Roman in a hospital bed strips away the invincible persona and replaces it with vulnerability. This sets the stage for a redemption arc. When Roman returns, it won't just be about defending a title, but about reclaiming his pride, proving his resilience, and showing that even when broken, the tribal chief rises stronger. Risks and rewards. Of course, there are risks in executing this storyline. If Roman returns too strong, too quickly, the injury angle feels wasted. If Jacob Fatu isn't given enough depth, he could be reduced to mere muscle rather than a fully fleshed-out character. And if too many moving parts, the Vision, Roman, Fatu, potential involvement from the Usos or Solo Sikoa, clog the narrative, fans may lose sight of the central conflict. But the rewards outweigh the risks. Done correctly, this arc could solidify Roman's legendary status, elevate Jacob Fatu as a top-tier talent, and give WrestlePalooza the marquee moment it needs. The calm before the storm. In the end, what we witnessed in that hospital was more than a visit. It was the calm before a storm. Roman Reigns, bruised and humbled, found strength in the presence of his cousin. Jacob Fatu, stepping out of the shadows, reminded the world that the bloodline is more than one man. It's a dynasty. WrestlePalooza. 2025 isn't just shaping up to be another pay-per-view. It's becoming the stage for legacy, revenge, and the reaffirmation of family dominance. And when the storm breaks, the entire WWE Universe will be watching. Conclusion. Roman Reigns' hospital scene was more than a storyline update. It was a reminder that even the tribal chief can be broken, but never stands alone. Jacob Fatu's arrival turned a quiet visit into a declaration of war, setting the stage for WrestlePalooza 2025 to become a battle of legacy, family, and dominance. The Vision may have bloodied Roman, but they've awakened something far greater. The unity of the Anoa'i bloodline. Whether in a tag clash, a surprise return, or a long-term alliance, the storm is coming, and WWE fans are bracing for impact.